Hello everybody and welcome back to the Library of Ruina. Alrighty, in this episode we are going to continue along in our journey to try and finish off the Library of Ruina. So, I did go through most of this fight without actually having audio recording. I caught it midway through, and I kind of planned ahead for me to do a voiceover of it. So basically, the winning strategy that I found for this fight was literally just play hold out, just try and survive for as long as I can, try and counter each of her moves with one of Angela's own moves, and essentially just wait it out, fight it out, you know, however you want to say that. And it was a little bit easier said than done, but the strategy that I think worked out in the end was quite literally wait her out and just spam the mass attack ego pages that had blunt. That was basically the way that I got through this entire fight. And once I learned that, we got through it relatively easily. Obviously, it still took multiple attempts, but at the end of the day, we have defeated the Snow Queen. Nice. Wow. She angered all of the magical girls. You angered Letitia? How'd you even manage that?
I whispered into people the essence of life, so that they will cherish their own emotions and focus on them only, so that the fluctuating shape of the mind can be exposed to the world.
What in the world? Remorse. The battle proceeds to the next phase when both the nail and the hammer are defeated. Hammer fully restores light on odd number scenes. On hit, a page with the highest cost in the target's hand is inflicted with cost up. Fully restores light every scene. Dice. Dice gain power by the page's cost. On hit, a page with the highest is inflicted with cost down. Huh. And she doesn't do anything, huh? Slam. Cost is raised by 1 after losing a clash against a page with a lower cost. Something with 0? I don't know if we can really win that. On clash win, lower max value of the next die by 3. On hit, lower cost. Wait, what? Lower cost of a page in user's hand whose cost is 3 or higher by 1. Is that us or them? Okay, so slam, slam, digging nail. Cost is lowered by 1 after losing. Interesting. Inflict 1 nail next scene. A cracked heart. Boost next die, boost next die. Cost of a page in the user's hand whose 2 goes up by 1. Huh. So we want to go for the nails first, seemingly? Okay, let's see how much damage we can do. They all seem to be relatively weak to slash, so let's try and abuse that. Ah! Okay, doing a lot of damage, jeez. Okay. Ouch. Definitely... Actually, this is going to be a fight where Vera shines. Since they all are just neutral to slash, but relatively resistant or immune to everything else, Vera is actually going to really thrive during this fight. And Slashy Sally. This page is used again on a random enemy for every remaining point of light. Huh? And this is reduced. I'm sorry. Gain power equal to user's remaining light. Oh! Okay. Actually, if only we could use this. Oh, that would be so good this turn. Fuses HP. This is blunt. It's not gonna do a whole lot to them. Especially not them. They're basically immune and they're resistant. Courage to protect. Just do damage. Okay, let's just see what we can do. Big slash damage. Okay. Obviously they're endured. That's not going to do a whole lot. Violet Blade. Very nice. Ow. Okay, we're going to take a lot of damage. Okay, good counter. So we're just going to keep doing it, huh? Wow, they get to do that a lot. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Okay, there's one down. Still can't use this, but ooh, buddy, would it be good if we could. Big damage? That's pretty big damage. Good. Great. Obviously, it didn't do a whole lot, but it won the clash. Haha! Burn! Okay, they're not taking much damage anymore, but that one's down. Ah. Only 2 left, and they're both hammers. Let's go for scars, because once again, if Angela dies, the battle is over. Can we do... Now we can. Alright, let's lower some light, shall we? Okay, here we go. The first movement. The second movement. The third movement. Mainly doing it to get rid of their light. Obviously not so much for damage, but as long as their light goes away. Okay. We're getting there. Ah! Well, we were. Ah, wait. That's a double death. Actually, no, that one's still alive. Ouch. Ouch. Jeez, so much for getting rid of his light. Clash with Angela. Nice. Impending Break. In 9 scenes, uses a powerful combat page against characters with guilt. The attack is delayed for a scene if this character is staggered. Faint Glimmer. If you don't use 9 ego pages until the end of this scene. Phase. Shimmering. Dice gain power equal to the cost of guilt. Take half as much damage from status ailments. Takes no damage from status effects. When hit, reduce damage by the cost of guilt the attacker has. When hit, gain plus 10 power for all dice next scene. What?
Listen to your heart.
Destroy the opponent's next die.
Don't suppress your heart.
On Clash lose, lower the next.
Just be honest. A leer of fright.
Nullify power, fright. Leer of reproach. Nullify and fright. So, guilt. Exhaust on use. Cost is reduced by 1 whenever an enemy is defeated. If this page is still in hand or deck after 9 scenes, the character dies. Ha! Well, how about we do... Actually, this is a bad idea, isn't it? But we need to use all of our pages. And that's the last one. Maybe we should save it. Maybe we shouldn't use it yet. We should use it, just not yet. Let's see what we can do. She just looks at you. Don't look at me! Oh geez, I don't even know if we're gonna get through this whole thing. And it's gonna gain 10 power? Let's just keep beating on it then. We didn't even get through it. Geez, even with the amount of attacks we're completely showering it with, it just isn't enough. Or no? No, it takes half. It's still not dead. Now it might be dead. So it's gonna gain plus 10 power this turn. Jeez. So he's dead this turn. However, conviction. Plus 10 dice power. See what we can do. Oh my god! Just can't quite get through it. Jeez. Definitely not killing this one this turn. Even the burn won't be enough. Well, that almost worked out. Ooh, we got staggered. That's not good. Vera's dead. Immune to immobilization, isn't she? After winning the clash? Yeah. I have the play. My time with Darkest Dungeon is finally paying off. Because we are stalling. We're using 2 Token of Friendships, and whenever we can, we're using the I Embracing the Past, which gives us... Sorry if you hear a bit of shuffling. I am adjusting my mic on the fly. The cord's in the way. So, we use the I Embracing the Past build-in feature, which recovers 15 health and stamina, as far as I know. We've already used all 9 ego pages in this fight, so basically, I'm just trying to farm up a little bit. I'm debating if we should use this, because it does get rid of some... does get rid of a little bit of light. We are going to take a little bit of damage. I'm not too terribly worried about that right now. If anything, we could actually just go for a little bit of a heal if we're not feeling too comfortable. So yeah, it should be alright. Obviously, if we get staggered, that is a-okay, because we have plenty of safety to actually just, you know, get away from it. Everybody's going to take a little bit of damage. If we get staggered, that is perfectly fine. I'd actually prefer we get staggered. That way, we can just be recovered up by the time that, you know. I'm going to go for learning on Angela. I don't know if that's the best idea, but that's what we're gonna do. Okay, can we... Yes, we can. Okay, so we're gonna do this. And then we don't have any more heals, unfortunately. So we're just gonna block that. And I don't think we're going for Coffin anytime soon. And then we'll also go for that. And that should be pretty much good to go. This will basically force a stagger. And then we could force another stagger, potentially, by doing that. There. It should work out. As it turns out, the play was actually just mass AoEs every turn. That seems to have been working quite well for us. So I think we're just going to keep doing it. However, we do need to start getting some light. Because I can't help but feel like we're probably going to need to use this here soon. Ooh, yeah, I'm getting that sneaking suspicion. Okay, this isn't going to be great, but maybe we can make something happen? Okay, that could have been worse. The fact that Sarah's staggered is not cool. Okay, guilt. And then shyness. I guess that's it. That's all we can really do. Ouch. Oh. Okay. What was that? Broken to pieces cannot be redirected on use if target has guilt. Kill them instantly. Okay. So this is gonna restore 3. So Sarah's dead. And, it doesn't appear we can actually stop her dying. Yeah. Well, that stinks. Man, I thought we were doing so good, too. I felt so good about that run. However, the good news is, mass summonation seemed to be the key to doing this. If you can just mass AoE them down, they don't seem to get the buff. Okay, it's been rough, but we're finally looking pretty good. So, here's what I swapped up. Sally has both Mio's prowess and the red mist's the strongest, reason being that's just a pretty good combo, and we need all the help we can get. She also has fervor, which is giving her an additional +1 strength, and not to mention the slashing stance. That's pretty good. Vera is actually still the same. We haven't changed anything with Vera. I've just been very happy with how she's been performing. Jeffrey is currently using Azazel's deck, reason being, Le Regole has been extremely useful for taking out these freaking wings. And then Amber is still using Kyle's Zhao deck. So overall, this is a very promising turn. Obviously, is it perfect? No, it's very hard to get perfect, but nobody's died yet, so I'm going to consider that a victory. We've also gotten rid of depression or whatever it is out of a majority of our hands. She is super low. She's not going to die to burn because she only takes half damage. She is so low, though. And these wings... Well, let me just eat my words. I was just about to say, they don't do damage, so we don't need to worry about them. However, this turn they've decided to switch it up and actually do damage, so... Ha! She's still alive. Have we met the special conditions? Because I certainly feel like we just hit it. Die! Why won't you die? Alright, I think Jeffrey's dead. Dang it. Alright. That's alright. He's done well. Vera staggered. Amber is staggered. And might even be dead. 1 health. Please don't vanish like this. Unaffected by power gain or loss. 100 to 100. This seems like a special event. Or not, or not. I guess it's not. I guess, somehow, we haven't done it. I don't understand. That's what we've been looking for. The Knowing Eye. Sacrifice all of the user's HP. Hi, Carmen. You were created to resemble me, and expected to think like me. But here we are. It seems our paths will diverge from now on. I'll continue to go my way, and I hope you'll be able to stay on yours.
Are you sure you won't stop doing what you're doing?
Not until the city folk learn to look at their true selves and love themselves for who they are, at least.
I see. I suppose our paths won't ever be the same again. Carmen, as long as I'm part of this light, I'll do everything in my power to stop you. The light shall soar upwards ceaselessly, as if to represent the hope that every person in the city will be able to move ahead without being swayed. Those who fell in the library will begin to open their eyes and find themselves in the places they belong, one by one. I'm not sure when, but I'd clearly heard something in the light. Those words come back to me now. I'm sorry. And good job. A faint voice reminded me of those words. Turning to the last page, I ponder.
So he did think that she was... Oh, no. So Anne presumably did think... And she only learned it at the end. Oh, God.
What's this? I thought I passed away. I can remember turning into a book.
Oh, could it be an encore? Nay, bray. Bok, 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 cock-a-doodle-doo, arf, 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 woof, woof, woof. This must be an outcome of your choice. Thank you, Angela and Roland. Actually, do they sound different?
분명 세기되어서.
I'd say so.
설마 앙코르인가요?
이것이 선택의 결과구나.
Okay, obviously I can't do that with my voice for any of them, but, with these new forms you gave us, we can perform once again. I see. This form. I can't wait to get back into the city. I'm gonna meet people. I feel like I can make the best taste mankind's ever known right now. Look, Angela didn't make this choice for your sake, you know? She just chose what she actually wants for the first time. Wow. You appear to be invigorated. No? Much more so than the last time we saw you. It seems we are all brimming with a similar vigor. I can sense a noble power seeping into my body. In this light we shall achieve perfection.
This is how it feels. Naked, yet able to be myself at last. This is the moment I've been waiting for. I was born for this moment. A warm echo unlike what I'd heard. It pervades me. I can hear a sound that's much closer to my heart. I can hear the motion of the city.
I would love Sally to have this outfit too. This would be really freaking Sally fitting too. Can we get it? Probably not.
Yes, it's that light. I won't miss this final opportunity given to me.
Alright, with this strength, let's go for another round. There's no way in heck I'm letting you lay a finger on Angela.
Reach the pinnacle! We can go anywhere from here!
If only you could have protected Angelica with the same resolution.
Yeah. Keep running your mouth. See if I care. I'm thinking of following my good old pal along the path, taken as she pleases. Making sure to take a good and long look at things around me this time.
So you accepted it in your own way.
Definitely not your way.
Indeed. In the warmth of this light, let's have a dance together. It will be beautiful and perduring. Attention, everyone. We'll claim the final fraction of the light that will make us whole. Would you please allow me to conduct this finale?
Boy, you're still the same nut job even when you're a freak. Floors available. 5. Nice. Why? We can't use Kitteh because they're busy. Okay. Endured. Okay, super tanky. When the motion level rises, inflict burn. Take no damage from burn while alive. The first offensive die allies play each engagement inflicts burn. After death, allies are inflicted with 1 burn when hit. Huh. If the character has 10 or more burn at the start of the scene, become overheated. Every 3 scenes, Scorching Desperation, which will be used on the same scene. On hit against a target with 3 or more stacks of refrain to immobilize them. Wound of Sorrow, it's a big pew. If the target has 8 or more burn, gain +2 power. All offensive die gain negative emotion, feeble, disarm, and restraint. Burn. Yikes. Eileen's page. Every scene, all allies gain smoke equal to the amount of smoke this character has. While alive, allies gain the effect of Puffy Broom. Oh, wonderful. Upon death, allies are inflicted with 10 smoke, and they lose the effect of Puffy Broom. Every 5 scenes, Thought Gear Advent is added to hand. Oh. If target has 5+ smoke, give 2 haste and strength to a random ally next scene. If target has... Okay, inflict smoke. If target has burn, inflict smoke equal... Wait. If target has burn, inflict smoke equal to the amount of smoke. Okay. Bad news. Some of our floors are out of commission because we're currently using their pages elsewhere. Wow. So that means both... I guess they're not fully, but... Bina's and Gabura's floor are currently out of commission. Gabura's especially. She's missing 2, whereas Bina's only missing 1. Okay, well... That means we gotta make something else work, huh? Oh boy. See what we can do. Ooh, colorful. I like this, actually. Well, there are pressing matters to handle first, so let's keep our focus on them.
This feels strange. What'll happen to Lady Angela? The light has been shot up again, hasn't it?
Yeah, but then this stuff happened before. I could think about that.
Yeah, we should deal with the ensemble first.
I didn't even look at what those 2 do. Whoops, sorry, I was... while alive, give an ally a random... Good. Lose all light when staggered. Upon death, all enemies gain 3... Oh, for next scene. Okay, I was gonna say forever? At the start of the scene, yeah. Gain 3 protection each scene. Take 3 additional damage from attacks while afflicted with bleed. Well, Crimson's got something for you. While alive, all other allies gain 1 protection and 1 stagger protection. Upon death, allies are inflicted with 5 fragile. If target has 5 or more bleed, the first die inflicts fragile. If the character was not hit, recover health and gain 1 strength.
Oh, good. Oh, good. So who the heck are we supposed to go for first?
Destroy all dice. On Clash, lose. Destroy all dice on this page. I feel like it's got to be Greta first, right? This is going to suck no matter what we do. So, we have 5 floors available. Let's just try and focus one down. I think she's going to be the biggest target that we can actually go down because this floor essentially specializes in bleeds. Ow. Ow. There's a bleed. Okay, we're alright. Get a little bit of damage. She took damage this turn, so that means that she's not going to be able to gain some strength and recover health. Yikes. Try and dodge that. Energy cycle. See what we can do. We're not just going to be able to kill all of them with one team. There's no way. If we could potentially just take out Greta, though, that might be nice. Okay. It's pretty good. Let's keep stacking that bleed. Almost staggered. That's going to be an opportunity for some gigantic damage. Ow. Kind of like that. Look at the day on Crimson. She's the one doing the bleed. I actually think she's going to be the one to kill Greta. Scorching Desperation. 14 to 20. 14 to 20, huh? We have the potential to, like, high roll it. Yeah, you know what? Let's go for it. Here we go. 26. We blocked it on one whole person. Ugh. Well, we almost killed Greta. However, we've lost everybody. Yikes. This is gonna be hard. It's gonna be real hard, but there's not a whole lot else we can do. If we can kill one every time we bring a floor, we can do this. Here we go. Ow, ow, ow. Okay. It's not staggered, but it sure is close. Let's get as much damage as we can. Wow, didn't even win that. Pinpoint breakthrough. Right here. And then, I guess, gain endurance. Okay, let's just do what we can for damage. Well, that sucks. There goes his entire turn. That would have been big damage. Unfortunately, he just got staggered well before he could have done it. And there's a second stagger. That's probably death, actually. Yeah, he's dead to burn. The stupid amalgam would have been dead had we not gotten double staggered. Eh. 2 out of 3 blocked it. We got staggered, so he's still not dead. Apparently we should have gone for one of them first, but he's legit, like, the healer of the group. Well, we got him down, for what good it's worth. It's up to Mao now, but I don't know what Mao can really do alone. Maybe make something with Solemn Lament happen? Which one's weaker to Blunt? She is, but I feel like he's a little bit more threatening. Okay. Let's just do what damage we can. And then, I don't think we have a 0 cost, do we? No. Wow, legit almost killed him. In fact, we can't die to burn, but we could just kill him next turn, and then it's just Eileen. Mao, looking good. You've done well. Nicely going, Mao. However, you're about to be hit with the biggest advent of your life. So, actually, you know what? Rekindled Strike. Rip. That's a stagger. What? We didn't stagger. Of course. Ranged always goes first. 7 health. You're so lucky. You're so lucky you have plot armor. And I cannot believe it. He is still not dead. Thank you. Jeez. Okay. Now, she really does not stand much of a chance against all of us. Ow. Obviously, she does have the smoke buff. Okay. And dead. Nice. Are you kidding me? We have to do all 3 acts in a single go. It took 4 of my floors to do 1 of them. I literally don't. There's no way. Because, let's see. It's these 3. And then we have to deal with Blood Knight, Gimmick Central, Blue Boy. There's no way. We've already lost. It took everything just to do. I know my decks aren't great, but do you really have to throw this fight onto me after I've just butchered a majority of builds trying to do the freaking Angela fight? Really? Hey, buddy, I know you just got done with a string of 5 fights, which came right after 10 really hard fights. But, yeah, here's a single battle that's also 3 really hard fights again. You don't mind that, do you? What's that? You thought the game was over, so you annihilated most of your builds, so most of them are very weak now? Oh, well, that sounds like a skill issue there, bud. So stupid. Showtime. All librarians take stagger damage. Nice. Cannot lose more than 50% of max HP in a single scene. Whenever an ally dies, take 50 stagger damage. Upon death, all librarians were fully blah 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 blah. Spawn misses Nice. Nice. Spawn misses Bunny. Unless Oswald is dead. Pow, kablamo. Stagger, stagger. Counter. Counter. A lot of burn. If target is staggered at the end of the scene, turn them into an ally. Wonderful. Target's resistances change to fatal for this scene. Climax. Inflict something. At the end of the scene, all librarians take damage. Nice. 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 Jaehan's offensive die. Inflict a bleed. After death, all librarians deal +3 damage with attacks for the rest of the act. If there are no allies present, gain 1 strength and endurance. Gain 2 speed die for the rest of the act. Nice. Nice. Deal 13 to 13. Deal 5 stagger. On hit, deal 5 damage. 13 to 16. 29 to 35. Deal 5 freaking. Dice on this page are unaffected by power gain or loss. Intimidate, gain 1 strength. Gain 1 strength. Gain 1 strength. If speed is higher, deal more damage. And gain +6 speed. Blah 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 blah. Fisticuffs cannot be recycled. Okay, are you done with your freaking book of abilities? No. When a die each ally plays rolls the minimum value, re-roll it. Nice. Nice. At the start of the scene, a random librarian is inflicted with 2 bind. Excellent. At the start of the scene, when straining strings is used, all puppet strings are removed. After death, all librarians gain haste, and all their dice gain +1 power. Nice. Nice. Puppet string. Oh, God. You know what? I'm just gonna focus down frickin' Jaehan. Do we have any reason not to focus him down? Other than potentially dying? Let's see what we can do. We blocked it on basically no one because we load so roll. We rolled solo, excuse me. Very flustered. Okay. Well, we recovered a lot of our stuff. However, we just got our first ego page. Wonderful. Okay, you're the one giving stuff to people. I'm gonna higher stagger, more light. Higher stagger. In one scene, if 2 or more characters have this status, they die. If Mrs. Bunny is spawned... Wait. They die and Mix Bunny is spawned. If a librarian has a status, they gain 10 haste. Removed if Oswald or Jahan dies. So, can't stop the beatdown. So what if we do... Give everybody some endurance. We red strings here. And then we go scattering slash. And confrontation. Okay, let's do some damage. Okay, didn't get to do anything, and he's dead. Ow. So, presumably, dead. At Oblivion. Why not? Might be able to get some use out of it. False Throne, yeah, that'll be a good one. So we have to keep using red strings. Gotcha. Okay, let's do some damage. Ow. Okay. Ow. Even with the protection, that did some pretty big damage. All dice gain. You know what? Yeah, why not? All other allies gain light. Draw one page. On clash, win. Yeah. Also, I thought they're supposed to go away. I thought they're supposed to go away after 2 turns. Apparently, I'm mistaken. So then, we just boom. Well, we blocked one. Ow. That's a death. Okay. Powder of Life would have been good a little bit sooner. Magic Trick. Harvest. Okay. Now, should we revive? If we revive now, that gives us a pretty high chance to make something happen. So, we're gonna revive. Yep, that's our turn. Okay, we have 1 turn to make this happen. Jahan is still not dead. However, we are. Okay, we got one turn. Let's make it count. I'm gonna say harvest on him. And let's gain some strength. Can't do anything else. That. This. Okay, hopefully we can kill him. Harvest! Ow. Apparently not. Ow. He's so low, but he just refuses to die. Well, that's it for this floor. Overall, I don't think they did bad. It just wasn't enough. Okay, we didn't get staggered. Oswald's about to come back. However, we just need to focus down her now, or else she's going to get super buffed for the rest of the fight. However, it seems like it's going to be a little bit of a problem to actually kill her. She's also going to have 3 strength next turn. So I don't even know if Blockma is going to be able to counter her attacks. Well, he wasn't even able to counter that one. So, okay, we're staggered. Deal and take. You know what? Why not? And then we will go for sturdy defense. We can't actually stop him, so we will just go for the counters on you. Actually, as much as I would like to just do damage to you, puppet strings, because you're about to die. Let's just see what we can do. Wow, we blocked it on 2 people. Nice. Puppet strings. Seems like that was a pretty good idea. Let's keep doing as much damage as we can. Ah, man, Puppet Strings has been really good. Okay. Ow. Good. Confession. Pentians. Gain a speed die, huh? If user stagger resist is above 50. Yeah, why not? That should be fine. Oh. Okay, we can block these. It's not Hakma I'm worried about blocking him, though. Shift counter die? You bet she does. Unfortunately, no matter how good we do here, we're still kinda dead because of the whole one more fight thing. I would love to say that we can probably finish this, but especially because this floor is already more than half dead, not looking good. Also, Oswald can't lose more than 50% of his max health. We lose another one. Yeah. Heaven, seal a speed die. Pentience might be good. Okay. Wait, was that the sound of the freaking flesh? The things from lobotomy? That would reduce the Quiploth counter by 1? The Red Dawn, I think? Is that the Red Dawn thing? Why'd I never put that together? I can't believe I've never put that together. Wait a minute. He's based on freaking the Red Dawn thing. Wow. How have I never seen that one? Okay. All of this is good and all. But there is one problem. We do not have the stats to use it. Also, all of our damage is from clashing. So, yeah. Well, here we go. Wow. That was not a very good turn. Let's BN. See what we can do. Didn't do it on the right dice. We are staggered. Goodbye. I think we could have finished that fight, but I didn't do it on the right dice. Alright, boys, here's the play. So, I've been at this for a while, and I think I've discovered a surefire way to get through this. 100% of the time, 20% of the time. First things first. If you go for Philip, first thing, and I mean just ignore everything. Go specifically for him, burst him down. That makes his fight a lot easier because you're not having to deal with constant bleed out of burn. And then I found going for Musicians of Bremen second was the best idea. And then Eileen, and then Greta. So far, that has been the play that's worked the best for me. It does still take 2 floors consistently to actually do this, but if we use 2 floors here, with the second floor surviving into the second phase, that means we could save our big hitter floors, being Gabur and Bina, for the other bits. You know what I mean? So it kind of works out. The floors I've been using, it's kind of been a mix. Sometimes I'll use Yesod, sometimes I'll use Tifrith, and then I will always go to Cheesed second, because if we can potentially get all of our revival stuff going by the time we hit Act 2, that gives us a lot more just extra pressure for actually doing damage. So that's kind of what I've been doing. Sometimes Yesod first, sometimes Tifrith first, and then always followed by Cheesed. And then it's basically just up to Gabur and Bina from that point on. Even though we do still have a 5th floor, I haven't gotten far enough to really map out that strategy yet. So the whole Bina thing didn't go exactly as planned. Obviously. Nothing in this fight really does. But as long as we can get to the next phase, we still have Gabura and we have an additional floor after that. So, we're actually looking pretty good in terms of, like, resources we have left. So, even though it doesn't look incredible, we definitely still have a chance. The crappiest thing is that she had the first egg, so we can't get the whole Power of the Apocalypse thing anymore. But we can still use Justithia. Enemies are not a... Ooh, that, honestly, that could be, like, solid. I'm just gonna go with the percent health, though, because I feel like we're not going to be in this fight for too terribly much longer. Oh, yikes. Okay, let's see how much damage we can do. We could probably head to phase 3. Yeah, at least we have that going for us. Nice, and he's dead. Okay, at least something worked out, even though Bean is dead, so that's kind of the heavy hitter of the floor gone, but as long as we can weaken the third act. Yeah, we still have this floor, another floor, and then Red Mist. So we're against Argalia, Pluto, and Elena. So, here's what they do. First of all, Argalia has a massive 575 health, 400 on stagger. Pluto has 380, 275. She has 400, 310. Resonance, that's the same thing that it used to be. While Pluto or Elena is alive, or Elena is alive, does not go below 100 health. Gain a speed die for every other ensemble member that died this reception. Every 4 scenes give Reverbation ensemble members, for the duration of the act, gain 1 strength and endurance. At the end of the scene, all characters' emotions level rise by 2. Gain an extra speed die, gain a speed die on the 4 scene, gain an additional one if there's an enemy whose emotion level is 4 or higher, does not gain speed dice bonus. He has Grand Finale, 30 to 40 mass summonation, pretty insane. Crescendo, 6 to 10, and then 9 to 22. If the last die hit, this deals 50% more damage. Mass Individual sets Vibration to 4, and then basically his normal abilities, except for this one. For this scene, the passive ability Resonance activates if the target has 4+ Vibration. Have the amount of status ailments on self. Target's dice power cannot be influenced by anything. And then deal bonus damage based on vibration. And then, of course, just restore some light. Every scene uses an Unjust Contract combat page. Spawns a Shade on the second scene. The Shade gets a copy of the Patron Librarian's hand and deck. Luckily, she's not here. Excluding on-play effects, if the Patron Librarian is not present, a random other Librarian's deck will be copied instead. And then, yeah, it gets stronger when there's no one. Oh. He also has this, Deluge of blah blah blah, Mass Individual, Magic Spear, Magic Impact, which deals extra stagger, Unjust Contract Light. Add Unjust Counterpart Light to the target's hand next scene. Only 1 copy of Unjust Counterpart Light can be had at one time. 8 to 11, 6 to 7, and then offense, and then defense. And then Elena. She's literally just Elena. Mass Summonation, Unending Thirst. Regurgitation, dice on this page and the page clashing are unaffected by power. Inflict 2 anti-recovery next scene. Have the amount of status ailments on self, recover up to 8 health, and then recover up to 6 health. I feel like we should go for Pluto first, just because Pluto has the very, very annoying contracts. But at the same time, Elena is a relative threat, and then you have to go for Argalia last. So, let's see what we can do. There's a weird thing in the back. Freedom, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, obviously, they're just going to go for, like, as much damage as they possibly can straight away. Let's just go all in. Big damage. Alright, here we go. We just want to do as much damage as we can. Okay. Some pretty big damage, not that you could see the numbers. Ow. She's recovering health that she hasn't lost. Doing big damage to him. Okay, there's anti-healing. We almost dodged both. Okay, she's just gonna go for attacks. Okay, we draw and we do a bit of paralysis. We do it again. Restore 1 light. Let's do punishment. And then we can also do Apocalypse. go out with a bang, you know what I'm saying? Okay, here's our shade, and it's of Azazel. Pluto is not present at the end of the scene. Die. Dice power +1. Use the Shades combat page every scene. And then, of course, get buffed. Now, who is affected? Here it is. Currently holding unjust counterpart defense. Which, if this is in hand at the end of the scene, discard a random other page and gain protection equal to its cost next scene. On play, exhaust this card. So you can get rid of it, or, technically, you could keep it and just hope that you gain the protection off of something big. Your chances of that happening aren't exactly high, but they're not 0. Okay, let's just do some damage, shall we? Apocalypse. Yeah, that's some pretty good damage. Okay, he's going for his mass. We just want to try and get Pluto down before we even go to our other 2 floors. Okay, that kind of sucks. We're going to take some damage. Ow. We're basically just ignoring everything and going for Pluto. We want to try and kill Pluto before Red Mist shows up. Reason being, if he copies Red Mist... yeah, it's a little bit of a problem, ain't it? Aw, didn't dodge, unfortunately. Just recovering some health. Not that we're really too fussed. All librarians gain 1 haste. If all 5 librarians have an abnormality page... When there is no intruder, the first enemy the selected librarian is marked. All the intruders deal less damage, and they take bonus. Bonus! Yeah, we'll do peace on him. And then... Lamp. Or beak? Nah, lamp. I'm gonna go for lamp. Because I do have a... Or wait. No, I'm actually not gonna go for that, because he still has some paralysis on him. Okay, maybe we kill him, maybe we don't. Oh. Ah. Oof. Ah. Nice. Haha. Oh. Okay, we're taking a bit of damage. We are double staggered. That kind of sucks. So this is probably where this floor ends. However, we're looking pretty good, wouldn't you say? Deep Drag does a decent amount of damage. We do deflect 1. We take a little bit more damage. Are we dead? Yes, unfortunately. Okay, so yeah, with the double stagger, that's it. I wanted to get 1 more Apocalypse or Justicia off, but, I mean, 62 health. That's pretty solid, if you ask me. And wha-bam! 1 down. 2 more to go. Can't heal. Not that we really have the chance to anyway. I'm gonna go with Prey. Yeah. Roll of the Wolf. Okay. Looking pretty good. We're nullified with power for this scene, which, you know, kind of sucks. Could just big damage her, but Alright, let's see some damage, shall we? Hey, attacks all of us, but we don't really care. We just want to get that big damage. Our counter die did not quite work. That really sucks, considering the whole minus power thing. Okay, inflict some burn. Do some damage. Maybe get some ammo. What's the matter, son? You running out of ammo? By the way, I don't know if you could tell, but I've been at this for a while, so I've kind of chilled out since the previous scene. So, it turns out when you have a plan, it's a lot easier to make a logical decision. Each time wins a clash. Yeah, you know what? Why not? Let's clash. Cobalt Scar could be pretty nifty. Dipsia could be pretty cool. I'm actually going to go for Cobalt Scar, though. Well, since you offer. Gain strength based on the amount of HP that we've recovered. We're not going to recover very much, so I'll just go for Laughter. And then Smile should be pretty solid.
The fire that burns within. It will come, and it will burn you.
Ooh, Manifest Ego. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty solid turn if you were to ask me. They're debuffed. And let's do some damage, shall we?
The fire that burns within.
Do some damage to both of them because they're... Wow, really? We didn't win that clash? Alright. We won that one, though, so we gained a bit of power, recovered a bit of health. He's doing a bit of damage. We are clashing and doing damage.
Oh, yeah, you just... Oh, you love to see it.
Ow. Ow. And let's not forget, we still have one floor after this, so if something goes terribly, terribly wrong, we can just throw someone else in there to clean up. Big damage. She's actually almost staggered. Inflict a ton of burn. He is... Ooh. Hello? Goodbye. Ooh, nullify stagger from attacks or double power of the last die? You know what? We don't want Gabura being staggered. And mimicry. That should be nice. Yeah. That should be quite nice indeed. I'm going to... Oh. Yeah, that's her mass individual, so... We're not going to be able to win it. However... who has the most strength right now? Aw, Myra got the super bad roll. Rip. Let's go for Cobalt Scar here. And then... Multi-Slash and Will of the City. You probably have a pretty good idea, but you have no idea how good it feels to finally see the fruits of my labor coming into effect. Because I've been at this for a while, so to see it finally working out, it feels pretty good. We did get 2 staggers. That's unfortunate. Okay, he's almost at 100 health. That is his threshold before we can't get him any lower. We're probably gonna have to go to our final floor, which I don't want to do, but it's just kind of what it's looking like. Goodbye. Countered, counter, and countered. Yeah, you'll love to see that. Apply some more burn, that way we can burst him down as easily as possible. Kyle got staggered, alright. Well, there goes our burn plan. Oh yeah, wow. Psst. Basically everyone is staggered. Crescendo. Yikes, can't counter that one. Okay, that's just gonna be a lot of damage. If he's crescendoing, that means he's probably about to finale.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a problem.
Just a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna lose some people. Not a lot we can do about that. Even if we don't lose them to this, we're gonna lose them to that. Ow. Let's try and take her out. Just keep doing what we're doing. Wow, she won that. That sucks. One down. It's only him. And I gotta tell you, he's looking pretty tasty. Oh! What?
How? No, this can't be. I'm not supposed to remain.
Yo, Angela! Good to see you again after so long. Guess you had to return to a mechanical body, huh? Your face is all pale again.
Roland, what have you done?
You almost evaporated on the last day, so I, pulled you out of the pillar of light. Just a quick sec. I'm not done dealing with that persistent sicko over there.
You should not have done that. I won't be able to revert everything completely this way.
It was all for naught. That was my one last chance. Roland, Angela! Should have behaved like the lunatic you always were. Until the very end. This is what you get for going out of character and squealing like an amateur. This is hideous. I wanted my end to be an elegant one, at least. I'll send my dear sister your regards, brother-in-law. Drop dead already. The finale. I love that he's just talking to her so casually while they're just freaking beating each other down. Okay, so I gotta be honest. I don't know why this fight was here. I feel like this should have been a fight, like, after the credits have rolled, you know what I mean? Like the bonus, hey, you're done, here's some hard mode content that you can go do now. I feel like it should have been that. I feel like placing it right in between what was a very high emotional moment between Angela and Carmen is a little weird. I don't fully understand why they did that. For me, it kind of killed all immersion, going from this really emotional moment where she just understood that Ayan actually said something to her. She's understanding that Carmen just simply isn't who she is. She is her own person now. Going from that and her sacrificing herself to continue Ayan's original plan to suddenly, hey guys, we're all back and now it's a boss rush. I don't know. That, to me, that just feels weird. Whew. I guess that wraps things up. What are you gonna do now?
What to do?
Looks like your body, did turn back into a machine.
Yeah. It was nice to be able to forget the things I should forget. If for a brief while.
Said the people who've turned into books in the library are, gonna come back, right? But so far, the only ones to revive were the Blue Reverb and its cronies.
They'll regain consciousness to find themselves lying somewhere in the city, as if waking up from a long slumber. There wouldn't have been any uncertainty had you not intervened at the last moment. Thanks to you, I have no idea when or where people will reawake.
So they're still coming back anyway, yeah? Huh, that's a relief. I had a feeling this would work out.
Why did you do such a thing if you weren't even certain?
Doesn't hurt to do something I actually want for the sake of myself. I got sick of weighing profits my whole life.
You still have something you're hiding from me, don't you?
Purple Tear told me one thing before I made the jump here. When you get in there, it'll be nice in several ways to do what you want, without letting anything hold you back at the end, kid. Seeing you slowly vanish in the light, her words hit me.
It sounds as if she anticipated everything. Was it by the Purple Tear's assistance that you could intrude into the library?
Yep. You read in her book that she can jump between dimensions or whatever, yeah? I was honestly doubtful about her whole deal, but I eventually decided to get some help from her. And here, you drop this.
It's the list of wishes I wrote. I don't think I can accomplish half of the things written here with a body like this, though.
Well, that's something we gotta start figuring out from now on. There probably won't be one absolute answer or whatever. There are as many people as there are stars out there, all intertwined with one another.
And every one of them has a different story, a different answer to tell.
And you. It's always so cheesy to hear that. By the by, I thought this library fell to bits for the most part, but it looks like its power is still there, right? There's got to be a horde of people watching for the chance to raid this place out there, but no one has broken in so far.
I find that peculiar as well.
Oh no. Oh crap. Oh, was it too much to hope for a happy ending?
엔젤라, 그 이유는 도서관이 네 자아의 껍데기.
That, Angela, is because this library is the shell of your mind and consciousness.
에고라서 한다.
Or ego, as you call it.
누구보다 인간만이 할 수 있는.
It's the consequence of making a decision that only a human could make.
그리고 누구보다 도시 사람답지 않은 선택을 한 결과지.
One that couldn't be further from what a resident of the city would choose.
언제부터 있었지?
How long have you been here?
A visitor from the head, huh? The eye and the claw, too.
거기서 손가락 하나라도 까딱하는 순간 찢긴다.
And I fully believe that, too. Oh, gee. No voice I can do his voice that we just heard justice. This is probably one of the only voices that I think I cannot do justice for just how intimidating the claw is. Keep perfectly still, or you'll be torn apart.
명심하도록. 아무리 너라도 지금 상태라면 손쉽게 찢어발겨줄 수 있으니.
Remember, even you of all city folk can be ripped to shreds in your current state.
진짜.
Dang.
You may have concluded your own little tales, but the distortion still continues to grave its mark on the city. That new color has permeated the city much too profoundly.
So now the head is going to hold us accountable for the phenomenon. Is that it?
No one could be held responsible for the distortion at this point. It breaks my heart to think that it might shift the ecology of the city we had cultivated with care. If so, what brings an agent of the head here, and why so late? We're here to expel you and your library from the city, and to retrieve a certain degraded colleague of ours.
You mean? Oh.
This structure, in its entirety, will be driven out and relocated to the outskirts. The library has already become an impurity of the city.
We couldn't stand by any longer.
Are you disturbed by its powers?
Not quite. The sole reason is you, Angela. An entity that isn't human entertained thoughts that only a human should have. You poor machine. No matter how much you contemplate and enrich your mind, you cannot become human if you aren't born as one. When I thought you might turn into a human at the end, you let go of all you had, that critical moment. Had you fully become a human, at the culmination of the ordeal, the city would have been more willing to accept you. Alas.
I don't care if I have to stay as a machine.
A machine with a heart has no place in this city. You cannot break free from your origin, which defines you.
Why does that matter? I'm the only one who has a say in defining my identity. I don't need any flimsy husk to do it for me.
How contemptible that your line of thought is so dangerously close to what a human must aspire to be. You're further demonstrating why we cannot let you be.
For someone who loves to preach humanity, you sure seemed fine with letting distortions cause many a scene in your precious backyard,
By all manner of means. Distortions are one of the many aspects of humanity. Their existence is not wholly wrongful from our point of view. It was simply time for them to emerge. Are they not more bearable than a meager machine putting up the charade of being human?
그러니 그 꼬깃꼬깃한 종이는 지금이라도 버리는 게 좋아. 귀여운 일을 참 태연히 해주다니.
So do yourself a favor and throw away that crumpled piece of paper. You've done something so cute, so nervously.
우리가 이 자리에서 너희를 죽인다면?
And what if we made you kick the bucket here?
축출은 예정대로 진행할 거란다. 피할 수 없지.
The expulsion will still take place as planned. It's inevitable. This matter goes beyond you and the library. L-Corp itself was a stain and a blemish to the head.
No wonder it is. To trounce over L-Corp's singularity and its end goal, you dispatched an arbiter by the name of Bina. No, it was Garyon, wasn't it? Regardless, it ended in utter failure, did it not?
Garyon did such a sloppy job dealing with it, and now the chasm has grown too wide. Angela... the machine with the mind of a human. The door mustn't be closed because of something like you.
If I'm understanding this right, you wish to put me to death and kick the library out into the outskirts. Is that correct?
You've guessed right.
I exist in this place as myself, standing on my 2 feet, with my own strength. I have no problem brushing off the you're spewing on my doorstep. And you sure are verbose company, just like Bina. You always add needless comments, as if you just can't help it.
Executioner. Uh-oh. I thought the library ceased, pretty much, all of its functions.
As that arbiter said, the library is my ego. In that case, I can perform such feats without breaking a sweat. Although this is only a temporary retreat, similar to how guests are greeted.
We're finally receiving guests from the head itself, huh? I guess these are the last ones we'll get to greet from here.
It seems they are. I don't have to stay in this nest anyway.
Good for us. Saves the trouble of packing stuff up to move. Oh, crap. Alright. Can't see passives. Nullifier. Can block... can block an attack whose dice value is 30 or greater. We can't even see their health, bro. Are you kidding me? Oh, you're kidding. What is that? Serum W, 30 to 30, not even a mass summonation. Can we stop that? Gun. And then, restore some light. Gun! Ah! I don't think so! 30 to 30, jeez.
Exhausted already? We have yet to even expend any real effort. Executioner.
I'll finish them.
Halt. You have shown up at last.
Have we met before? So that's why Angela asked me to hang in here. Hang in there? It was to wake you up, huh? What? You ain't pleased to see me coming to save your... I'm not complaining, ma'am. Don't worry about it. Just pull yourself together and get up. It's too early to flop down, you know. Alright, thanks for coming. I definitely was not gonna make it through this alone. You're telling me? It's a relief to have you. Can't guarantee that I'll power through this either. Well, we'll have to try and stop them for as long as we can.
Know that joining forces will not change the inevitable outcome of this. Nevertheless, your efforts certainly are a joy to witness. Truly, and indeed. While I would not mind to spectate the situation from a distance, we must see to it that this place is dealt with thoroughly, so it would be wise for me to participate.
And this just got more troublesome. Bro, the claw is bad enough. Thick line. Dice on this page and the one clashing are unaffected by power. Target's current die cannot be recycled. 15 to 20. Holy crap. Well, let's try and stop that. Oh, we have the bleed. Alright, let's restore some light then. Jeez, 9 to 18. Deal 3 damage to target. This die cannot be destroyed. Interesting. Huh. So... 8 to 15. That might win. And it's our third die, actually. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think we actually win that clash. As for this one, I don't think we win at all. Certainly gonna try, though. Here we go! Oh, we didn't win! Ah! His health didn't even move! Bro, what? We're dead!
Isolated, without a way out. Your state is nothing short of pitiful. You still managed to hold out for a greater deal of time than we anticipated. 'Tis a shame that it must end this way. Now.
Huh.
It is indeed true that verbosity leaves you vulnerable.
Garyon.
That is a name I have not heard in a long while, although I suppose that name is not for me anymore.
Despite having received news of you, I didn't expect you to come out and greet us this late. What took you so long?
I was simply watching you from afar for a moment.
Really now? Until we got all battered up?
Look after yourselves before you blame me. This strife will have to resume soon enough.
Not only did you fail to responsibly perform your duty, you have fallen asleep here and turned your back on us. How imprudent of you. However, I suppose we can call you to account later. We will tear down your grave and extract you before long.
I can only pity you and your vain endeavor to seek an entity whose husk is all that remains.
Executioner, be prepared. It will take place any minute now. Huh. Bina freaking has turned her back on the head. Pillar. Shockwave. She's not degraded anymore. All her stuff does more damage now, and this does an extra attack. Give 3 protection and stagger protection, and inflict a feeble at the end. Restore 1 light, inflict fairy. Okay, that's relatively the same. Okay. Thin line, birdcage, serum R, trail. Destroy the opponent's next die. We win those. Durandal. I don't know, bro. This isn't exactly an easy one to counter. Crap. I don't think there's a lot we can do about that. Upstanding slash. Just try and make something out of it. This die cannot be destroyed. But the current one can. And then fairy on her. Yeah. I don't think so. Oh. Okay, maybe I do. Oh. Okay. He was obviously gonna win that one. Durandal! Oh boy, Roland's not looking great. Extirpation. Recover 50 HP! Hey, this is the part that leaves him vulnerable, though. Right? Am I remembering that right? Crap. I don't know. Let's try and block that, gain some strength. And then I don't want Roland being attacked. He's really vulnerable right now. Just because he's so low health. Is this really an unwinnable fight? I guess it makes sense. We have done no damage at all. Actually, no, he's taken a little bit. His health bar has moved. Maybe there is something we can do here. It's not going to be easy. Reduce all die. That's not even slightly going to be enough. Let's do that, that, and that. And then, crap, he's dead regardless, though. Oh no, maybe not. It's pillar. And then, chain. Okay, here we go. Well, he won that. However, we did destroy his dice. Ouch! Ugh. Roland isn't looking too good. His health bar's moving. I think Roland's gonna die long before we can do anything, but Serum W. Can't stop that one. Actually, I want to save Furioso for when we need to get out of jail sort of card. Restore light. Restore light. Okay. And then I also want to do... Oh, fairy is free. I didn't even notice that part. Here we go. Woo! That looks a lot more impressive now. Okay. A little bit of bind. Oh. Ah. Bit of fairy. Uh-oh, we didn't win that one. What is happening? Did he just freaking boot us through every floor? Okay, sure. He literally just went, "You're coming with me," and just through every freaking floor. Okay, sure, whatever. Try Serum Cocktail. This die cannot be destroyed.
Well, crap. There was ever a time. I suppose that time is now.
Furioso.
Crap. There's not a lot I can do here. And then break this die. Oh, you're not fast enough. Dang it.
Curse it, Roland.
Not that I'm worried about Bina. However, Bina needs to take a little damage here, I think. Which I don't like saying, but, that is simply how it be. That won't be enough. Yikes. Yikes, 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 yikes. Counter can potentially stop that. Let's stop that one. Stop this one. Get some spear. But Roland's still gonna be attacked. Oh, can't be redirected. Or am I just... Let's, I know I'm taking a while. Okay, let's see what we can do. Ah! Stopped a little bit of damage. Ah! Staggered. Ah! Oh! Okay, we can't die. Shockwave. 27 to 30. Ziramar. Let's... this isn't good. Well, we won the clash? Okay. I think that's the first... one of the first ever freaking animated cutscenes into the bridge just being annihilated. Oh, crap. Oh, man. Bad news. I think this might be it. I really tried to hold out. But I think we were guaranteed to lose here. I don't think there was any winning this. But we have to. We have to win. Wait. Does that say 700 health at the top right? Or is that just a visual bug? No, we have 79. Why does it say 700? Wait, what? That's definitely not right. Well, what we did last time seemed to go pretty well. However, we don't have the gun this time. So, I guess we're dead. Well, not dead, but... Stagger? Meow? Uh-oh. Oh, here we go again! Oh! Yeah, right! How are we supposed to endure this? We had to have been close to enduring it then, right? Manifest ego. That's helpful. Let's go level slash. Level slash. Spear. Oh. Well, she hits hard. Couldn't stop it all. Staggered. Pretty good damage. Maybe we just need to focus one down. Because we're actually doing damage to them. They're both missing like 25% of their health. Manifest ego. Mass summonation. Chance of blocking that is extremely low. Let's horizontal. Gain strength. Spear slash. Bean is dead. Pretty good damage. However, hers is better. Yeah, there goes Bina. We might be able to do this if we potentially stagger one, maybe. Crap. There's Serum W. It has a chance. Now, what is she doing? Let's... 6 to 10. Alright, 6 to 10. Clash there. Eesh. Okay, can't block at all. Ah. Yes! Stop the Serum W. Almost staggered. I mean, I don't think it's possible, but... What the... What's up with this trimmer? Looks like they're gonna press ahead with the plan. Carry on. As much as it is a shame that we failed to retrieve your once crumbled body, the end is nigh. This place will be expelled as planned. Prepare to be sent to the outskirts, a truly great distance from the city.
Beget not fear. You are simply being relocated to where you belong. I only ask you do not return. The city cannot leave room for beings such as you. For now, we will kindly move you to the outskirts. But should you return to the city, we would consider it such that you have chosen to disregard our kindness. So mark my words well, and stay where you rightfully belong.
The expulsion will begin in 10, 9, 8.
The outskirts look much more barren than I had imagined.
I guess that's how it is here. Now, what to do?
I plan to live on, and I plan to change.
Change what?
Well, my vengeance hasn't ceased entirely. I'm still eager to see it through. I'll continue to write books and reopen the library at some point. It likely won't resume immediately, though.
Really?
Before anything else, I've decided to change course. From now on, I'll properly face who I should direct my anger at. Tragedy and suffering, not unlike what we went through, would keep happening on a daily basis in the city. Thus, if that's the case, I want to know why such pain is perpetuated. I don't think I'll ever be able to part with my resentment and wrath otherwise.
Oh yeah, like the whole treadwheel thing you mentioned. A word of advice as former city folk, it won't be an easy road to take. You'd have no idea where to even start. If you ask me, it's as natural as water flowing. In a city full of humans, tragedy, violence, and loss follow as a matter of course.
I'm still going to give it a shot, even though the journey will be quite long. Perhaps this is one of the ways I can repent for what I've done. Of course, the library will run in a different way from how it was up to now. That is this, and this is that.
This is this, and this is that, huh? What about your list, then?
Since the circumstances have changed, I'll have to rethink my wishes. Sadly, I won't be able to taste that sick meat stew with this body.
That's a huge shame.
Putting that aside, isn't it time you let me in on your secret now?
What do you mean?
The biggest surprise you've had here.
Oh, that. You somehow remembered it.
I can remember anything, you know.
Okay. Well, this one's really personal.
We have all the time in the world. I can wait years for your answer.
Alright, fine. I actually wanted to write a book about what I'd seen of the city and its people. Though I gave up because I had no talent in writing whatsoever. My writing was just too crude. I couldn't show it to anyone.
I'd love to give it a read.
Laugh at me if you want. A grown man like me wanting to write books. I'd laugh at myself too.
It's not laughable at all, though I do find it surprising. recording the city and the lives of its people, huh?
Don't tell the other librarians. It stays between you and me, alright? Keep it zipped.
All right. Shall we write a book together this time, Roland?
It would be my honor, Miss Director.
Wrong. Try again. You should know by now that's not the right way to address me, don't you?
Sounds good to me, Angela. That's that. And this is that. That's this, and this is that. I'm so ingrained in my head, I just... Acquired rewards for the receptions of the Black Silence and the Reverberation Ensemble. Unity. Combat start. For the scene, all allies gain Unity. +1 power to all dice cannot be stacked. Coordination. For the scene, all other allies using a Unity page gain a slash die. For this scene, all other allies gain a block die. Restore 2 light. If the user has 2 or less resilience, gain 1 resilience. While this page is in hand, its cost is decreased for each clash lost against an offensive die. Combat start. Boots offensive die powered by +1 for the scene. On use, draw 1. Jeez! On use, draw 1 page. Restore 1 light. Reduce the cost of all pages by 1 next scene. Jeez. For this scene, the passive ability Resonance activates if target has 4+ light. Crescendo. Usable on and after the 3rd scene. Add a copy of Grand Finale. Deluge of Black Widow Quietness. Usable on and after the 3rd scene. This page is exhausted on use and returns to hand after 4 scenes. Unending Thirst. Page. If user has recovered 20+ HP this act, this page's cost is reduced by 2. Wow, Yukari's gonna love that, being a vampire. All allies with Puppeteer strings remove 20 HP and recover from move. Interesting. Deal 5 stagger to target. Deal 5 damage to target. Jeez. Climax. Inflict one of the following statuses to targets at random next scene. 2 fragile, 2 disarm, 2 feeble, 2 protection, 2 stagger protection. 1 to 50. Okay. Tackle mount. Destroy all die. Damage increases with bleed. Oh my... That sounds good. Inflict 2 fragile to all enemies. If the attack hit at least once, all other allies restore 1 light. Add a copy of Scorching Desperation. Inflict 1 burn to all enemies. 1 burn. Hammer and nail. Upon a successful piercing attack, add 1 nail to the target. If the character with nails is hit by a blunt attack, they take bonus damage equal to 5 times the amount of nails in them. Then, all stacks of nails are removed. Deal and take twice as much physical damage. Reduce incoming stagger by 1 to 3 when hit. The attacker takes stagger damage equal to the physical damage this character received. Wow. Wrist cutter. Purge strength, endurance, protection, and stagger protection from target. Lose half of current HP. Give 1 strength to all allies. Deal 5 damage to target. All of the user's pages cost 1 more the next scene. Inflict 1 bind and feeble, bind and feeble. Remorse. 3 random enemies are inflicted with a random status ailment. Blah, 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 individually determined. Huh. So. I guess that's that. And this is this. We are officially done. Oh, wow, and we can actually go fight them again. I don't know why we would, but I guess it'd be nice to... Oh, look, she only has 1 health, and he only has 1 health. Wow. Oh, wow. Alrighty, well, I suppose that is going to do it for the entirety of the Library of Ruina. Oh boy, it has been one heck of an adventure. I can say that much for sure. But there's something important that we need to do now. We need to show all builds as for where they stand at this moment. So I'm going to go through every build, leaving no details unseen. Since this is the last episode and all, as far as the base game, we'll get to that. I figure it's about time that we show off everything. Obviously, as is still the case, some builds are going to be a little bit more fleshed out than others, because literally everybody has a build. There is not even a single character that is buildless. Literally everybody has some form of build, whether it's good or whether it's bad. Well, this was one heck of an adventure. I can absolutely say that for certain. We had our ups and downs. There were some moments where I just wanted to quit forever, and then there were some moments where I felt like I was absolutely on top of the world. But at the end of the day, we made it to the end. And there's only really one thing I'd say we didn't do. And that is that we didn't technically beat Apocalypse Bird. However, if we went back to do it now, I'm pretty sure that we would be able to do it basically no problem. Especially after some of the other stuff we went through. And with all the new cards we have, I think it'd be pretty much a piece of cake at this rate. Now, I know some of you guys are probably a little bit nervous that, you know, obviously, Lobotomy Corp and Library of Ruina have, lack of a better term, kind of become staples of the channel. Because for an extremely long time, it was really just Darkest Dungeon. So the fact that we've made it through 2 of these games has kind of made it, at least to me, I don't know what you guys think, but it's kind of made it a special part of this channel. Especially because I genuinely do. I just adore these games. But that's not to say that this game was absolutely without its flaws. Because this game has some pretty blaring flaws. But obviously, people will look at it differently. I'm sure some people will be willing to look past a couple of the flaws. But for me, despite the flaws, it didn't actually take away from the game itself. It didn't take away from the world. It annoyed me to no end here and there. I'm absolutely not going to lie about that. There were multiple times where I was fuming. But it didn't take away from the game enough for me to ever fully turn away from it. And to me, that's really just a monument to how impressive the world building, the characters, most of them, and just the game itself is. The universe of LobCorp and Ruina. It's just so rich and thick. There's so much to learn and so much to see in these games that you could think, oh, it's just a little silly game with some people that you're managing. And then you play it and it's like, wow, this has a full story. I wonder if it's going to go anywhere. And then here you are at the end of Ruina. But overall, I am pretty proud of how everybody has done throughout this series. After all, if it wasn't for you guys, I don't think I would have made it this far. Each floor was special in its own unique way. Each floor had that 1 or 2 or even 3 things that just made it special. From the characters to the aesthetics, you name it, there was something special about every single floor. From how OP Bina's floor has turned out to be, to how well some of the floors might have been built. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this series. I do think there's a couple things that I do want to complain about, if you guys don't mind. After all, it is the final episode. The grind in this game got pretty bad around the Star of the City and Urban Plague. The grind pretty much became unbearable, where in order to do this boss, you need to go through this boss. But in order to do that boss, you need to do this fight and that fight. But in order to do this fight and that fight, well, you're gonna have to do this fight and that fight. And just doing that over and over and over, time after time after time, just to redo the boss that you were actually on. For example, I probably had to farm hundreds of red mists just to do Purple Tear. And yeah, you can get multiple books, but it's still very, very grindy. I definitely wish they would have done something to remove a bit of the grind. Maybe even like once you get 5 of a book, you have the book permanently, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, that's just not part of the game, so meh. It does suck, but yeah, it's not the end of the world. We still made it in the end, right? Obviously, there's only a single fight that we did not do legitimately. And in the future, I plan to go back to it, but yeah. I also think some of the fights didn't seem properly balanced. For example, in Zhao and like Purple Tear, I can kind of look past how insanely strong they are, because not only is it a big sort of lore battle, but it's also like an ego fight. Like, it's supposed to be that hard because they just reach their maximum potential. But in some cases, I think some characters just kind of overstayed their welcome. Philip! But, you know, I don't know. That could just be me being a salty boy, but overall, I think it was pretty good. I kind of question the distorted ensemble being added where it was, because for me, it very much took away from the ending. All immersion was broken as soon as it went from that moment with Carmen and Angela, and, you know, they're in the light, and as far as you know, Angela's about to die. To go from that immediately back into the 10 bosses that you just beat, and some of which you fought multiple times already, was just unwelcome. It didn't feel right. It kind of felt out of place. Like, it's like, wow, you guys literally just butted in and ruined the moment. At least, you know, that's how I look at it, at least. Maybe not everybody sees it that way, but that's certainly how I saw it. It very, very much took me out of the moment. And, not to say that the ending didn't still make me feel stuff, but I feel like it should have ended, quote, quote, right there with Carmen and Angela. And then we could have gone to, like, Angela suddenly, oh, the light's gone. What happened? It should have worked. She looks around, she sees Roland fighting Argalia, and it picks up from there. You know what I mean? Instead of just another boss fight interrupting the moment. I think that would have been better, where we would have shared Angela's confusion
in that, why didn't it work? It looked perfect. Like, this should have been it. What went wrong? And I think if we shared Angela's confusion in that, it would have been a lot more impactful, rather than actually just fighting through the 10 bosses again, and then having Roland show up at the very end to kill the scripted Argalia. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I think it would have worked a lot better. Obviously, I'm not a game designer, so I can't say if it would or would not for sure, but, you know. All in all, I would say I rate this game pretty highly. I do think I would rate this game below Lobotomy Corp, and my reason for that is very simply because of just how unbalanced some of the situations felt. There were some times where it felt like enemies just were triple the strength of an enemy that could come directly after it, which felt very, very strange. I don't know why that is, but there's just some cases where, like for example, fighting the Hannah Association, total joke after Zhao, Yan, Purple Tear, even Triple R Company to some extent. And you could argue that's because, like, oh, the game wanted to give you a break before the onslaught that came after it. But why not just have a linear growth in power, like a power creep, where, yeah, there's some bumps, but to where you can actually, like, feel yourself progressing. Yeah, you'll still hit some bumps, but you'll be able to be like, oh, well, you know, because I beat XYZ thing, and I remember how to do that, I'm gonna do this. I personally just never got that feeling. And again, that could have just been me. I am just kind of rambling at this point, but I don't know. I definitely feel as though this game was significantly more harsh than Lobotomy Corp. I think this one was my biggest gripe as for this one, and the reason why I complain about the difficulty so much. Sometimes it really just feels like you're gripping at straws and hoping you get the biggest one, where the RNG is just a little bit too over the edge, you know what I mean? I don't know. Obviously, RNG is in every game, but it just felt like sometimes boss fights would get out of hand because, and other times it felt like, wow, I completely beat this boss with my eyes closed because I got the really good RNG. Oh, interesting, we don't keep our degraded fairy and chain and all that. Oh, that kind of sucks. Well, oh well. I'd say that's my biggest gripe. The difficulty definitely felt vertical at times. And in some cases, the difficulty was actually quite relieving. Well, not, maybe, I don't know if relieving is the correct word, but satisfying might be a better way to say it. Where, for example, White Knight, that to me was top Ruina. That was such a fun fight, where you learn his mechanics, you very slowly keep making progress, you learn how to do it, you learn how to go through the mechanics, and then boom, you've just beaten White Knight. White Knight to me was the perfect mixture of difficulty and just learning how to do it with minimal RNG. That to me was the perfect Ruina fight. Whereas, for example, Apocalypse Bird is pure RNG. Even using the most OP, broken, loss of senses strategies that you guys would tell me to use, it just never felt like I was actually doing anything out of my own skill. It just felt like I was hoping for the game to allow me to do these really OP strategies, and just hoping that it goes well. Which isn't very fun, but hey, overall, we'll go back to Apocalypse Bird in the future, but one thing I do want to say is that we not only need to finish lore for Lobotomy, I actually have those recorded, I just need to edit them. We need to finish Lobotomy Corp's lore, and then, I think, we need to go through this game and read all the backstories of those characters, because there is a third game coming out, and we need to be up to date in order to properly experience it. So I think that's what we'll do next.
We'll go through all the lore books in the Credenza, and I think that'll be a pretty good time. Probably be like 3-4 episodes at most. It's going to be a lot of reading, so maybe it's something you guys can put on while you're going to bed. But you never know. And then I do also want to give modded things a try. For example, modded cards, modded receptions. Well, we're already using a couple modded outfits, but that's okay. Basically, I want to dip my feet into modded stuff and potentially just give that a nice try. Because you never know, some of the modded stuff might be pretty balanced and it might be really, really fun. But we're not gonna know until we try it. And I already know one modded fight that I would like to try. But I do want your guys' opinion. Would you like to see some modded Ruina content? I don't think there's going to be a lot of modded stuff we do, but there is going to be a little bit. You know, there is going to be like that nice amount that we're able to do. So I don't know. Could be pretty fun. Could completely suck. I guess we'll find out. But without further ado, we are drawing to a close for the library of. It has been one heck of an adventure with you guys, but all good stories have to come to an end at some point. And this is simply another story that we have marked off of our list. A very good story. I'm very, very, very much looking forward to the third installment of the L Corp series. Or I guess Project Moon series would be more the correct thing to say. I've seen the teasers of it, like the teasers of the gameplay, and I think the music. So I am excited to see what it's about. It's going to be very, very different from both Lobotomy Corp style and Ruina style. It's going to be another unique style. So it'll be another game to learn. But hopefully we can potentially bring all of our characters over there. And it might just be a pretty good time. So thank you guys so much for watching this series of the Library of Ruina. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.